share with us about your business this morning, we'd enjoy that.
Sure. Thanks, Julia. So what we do is comprehensive wealth management, and we provide that to business owners and families, individuals, specializing in reducing taxes and maximizing returns. And really, we have a system called, actually, I have a card here. I don't know if you can see this, but it's the blueprint here. It's the blueprint process where we actually help clients understand what their risk profile is and then match their investments to that. So I've been doing that for over 20 years. And one of my partners is actually active in the chamber, Bob Adritis. And we actually also, like Emma, recently moved, although our move was from Lake Oswego. We couldn't find the space we were looking for. So we actually ended up at the north end of Tualatin. With a short-term lease so that we can get back in and find the space we want in Lake Oswego in the next few years. So, and just a shout out to Chamber. All of you, Julie, Liz, all of you are doing such a phenomenal job during this time. As Emma said, I can't remember, she was much more eloquent than I am in her verbiage, but this trying time as we're all adapting to it. And so thank you for everything that you're doing. But that's kind of what we do in a nutshell. So. Yeah, I think that's it for me.
Fantastic, Dave. Can you tell us what a typical client is that you work with? Do I have to have a $150 million portfolio to come work with you, or could you expand on that a little bit more?
That's a great question, Julia. Just to be clear, we don't push those people away. But no, we do not have those high minimums at all. We work with typical everyday business owners like yourself, people that you meet out and about as you're working. We work with the typical folks all across the country. So, and it's interesting because most of the people that we work with already have a good ability to save money. They just can't get their head around some of the financial issues, right? I mean, you're dealing with everything from legacy planning to the cash flow operations, how to keep the doors open in my business. So we cover all that. We handle retirement plans for business owners and the works. Hopefully I answered your question, though. I'm not sure if I did. Okay.
You'll take on guys like Ed and Christopher and myself.
Well, now you're getting on the fringe. I don't know. Just kidding.
All right. If anyone has a question for Dave, go ahead and raise your hand now and I'll call on you. Christopher.
Much like Dan asked Emma, I know that in this, people are being fearful, and people are certainly fearful financially. How do you help? I imagine you've been holding a lot of hands and needing to reassure people with their investments and the timeline out there. What have you found to be the most effective way to sort of talk people down and give them a sense of confidence about the future, David?
Good question, Christopher. And I call it talking people off the ledge. And what I've done is a number of things. First of all, when the virus first hit, or first really became the pandemic that it is today, I tried to get ahead of the curve, and I got information out to my clients and the CPAs and attorneys I work with about things like the new Paycheck Protection Program, the CARES Act, all that. So I was really trying to fill that information void to start with, because I think when we deal with something that's unexpected, we don't know how to deal with it. We tend to always go to that worst case scenario. I think we all do that. And so I got ahead of the curve that way. And then I also showed my clients that we've had pandemics in the past, if you will, in different forms, and how the market has always responded to those. And so when you just give people information, they can make rational, calm decisions and take the emotion out of it. So that's what I've done. But that's a great question, because a lot of people do have a lot of concerns. No question about it. Thank you, Christopher.
Any other questions for David? All right. Well, thanks for sharing about your business this morning, David. Appreciate it. What I'd like to do now, though, is